Welcome to Nashville. The arrivals are underway for 40 of the best women's basketball players in the business. What a time for this game, thriving on every level, and the excitement has never been greater as we welcome you to Tennessee for Season 4 of Athletes Unlimited. As they said in the musical Hamilton on that other Broadway, this is not a moment, it's the movement. The story of this sport writes a new chapter starting tonight in Music City. AU Pro Hoops is up next. Nashville Municipal Auditorium, our home for Season 4 of Athletes Unlimited Basketball, and we kick it off with a good one. Team Bell taking on Team Westbrook to launch 4 weeks of professional basketball here in Music City. Let's talk about Athletes Unlimited, what makes it different. You know there's 40 of the best in the game. It's a special, innovative scoring system. We'll crown an individual champion at the end of the season, and we get new teams drafted week by week. So the rosters change, but you become familiar with this group by the end of the year. And with that, we bring you courtside here in Nashville, joined by the legend, the Hall of Famer Sheryl Swoopes. Greg Meskel here with you. We'll hear from Ari Chambers shortly. Sheryl, you've seen the rise of this game. It's amazing. It's led to nights like tonight, the chance here for AU Pro Hoops.
Yeah, Greg, listen, a lot of people think that it's a moment, but I am here to tell you this is a movement. When I think about the opportunities and the growth of the game and everything that these women have right now, it literally gives me chills. And for you and I to be here calling the 4th season of Athletes Unlimited Basketball, there's no better place to be.
Yeah, we're so honored to be part of the coverage. Let's look at some of our key players tonight and our captains, a couple of players that can fill it up. We begin with Kirsten Bell.
Listen, Kirsten Bell, better known as KB, is a walking bucket. If you don't know, you're going to know about Kirsten Bell after the 4 weeks in AU. She can just score the basketball from anywhere on the floor. You better get out on her if she's standing behind the arc, because she is down.
And then across the way, we're so excited to see Evina Westbrook back on the court. Missed last year due to injury, back healthy, ready to go.
Yeah, I am so excited to watch Evina Westbrook play this season. Last year, as you mentioned, she was out with an injury. She can do so many incredible things on the basketball floor, and I am so excited to see what she brings to AU this season.
Let's talk starting lineups as selected by the captains. And for Team Bell, you have to notice the veteran Odyssey Sims back again, year 4 in AU. And for Team Westbrook, so excited to see Elizabeth Williams back on the court. Talent up and down these rosters. There's no shortage. And with that, let's welcome in the 3rd member of our team and pass it over to Ari Chambers.
Year 4, I can't believe it, Greg and Sheryl. We are out here. Sheryl, you said it best. Who could have imagined the vibes are high? And I'm looking at this matchup like KB and Odyssey Sims. Y'all aren't slick. This connection has been frequent over time. And I'm looking to see what new connections that they have. We have 16 returners, 24 newcomers. It's a battle of the rookie and the vet. Kind of like me and Sheryl. Sheryl, can I be your rookie, please?
You got it. You got it.
Classic. So fitting that today also marks National Girls and Women in Sports Day, a celebration of all things girls and women in sports. Couldn't pick a better day, Sheryl, to tip off Season 4 here in Nashville.
Well, you know, every year so far, I've always said this was the best season, this was the best season, and now here we are in the 4th season of AU Women's Pro Hoops. And there's something that tells me this might be the best season so far.
Kind of like picking your favorite kid, right? You love them all.
I'm glad I only have one.
Same. Little change this year in the way the captains were allocated for Athletes Unlimited, and that'll be something that we'll talk about throughout the next 4 weeks. For week 1, it was a random draw based off only on returning players. And so it gave an opportunity for some new captains to just see how the selection process works. Then week 2 and 3, you'll look at the top 4 point earners on the previous week's leaderboard, and then when you get into championship week, it'll be that cumulative effect. And the change there, Sheryl, to get more athletes, more chances to be captains.
I like that. And for those who aren't very familiar with Athletes Unlimited, typically it used to be the top 4 players on the leaderboard for that week would be your captains the following week. And I love this new format because, as you mentioned, it will give other players an opportunity to sit in that captain seat And see, just, you know, because a lot of people I think are like, oh, I can do that.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of players are going to get an opportunity to do that.
Also, you had a situation where some really talented players got hold of that captain spot. They never let it go.
Absolutely.
They kept building on their point totals. Very hard to unseat someone. And so, yes, now they'll get to see how the other half lives here, and we'll see some more captains throughout the year.
When I look at, sorry, Greg, but when I look at these rosters and I look at the talent that we have this season at AU, I'm thrilled. I cannot wait to see what happens this season.
Exciting crop of newcomers, some key returners. And we are ready to get this one underway. And we'll see Team Bell there in the blue jerseys, captained, of course, by Kirsten Bell. They'll get things started here going up against Team Westbrook in the orange, captained by Avina Westbrook. And remember, it's standard 5-on-5 basketball like you're used to, but also individual points are tallied up for good and bad plays, for the makes and the misses, for the fouls and the things you don't want to do and the things you do want to do. So we'll be keeping you updated on that live leaderboard in addition to the score of each game.
And that's one thing that I think, especially for the newcomers, right, that they'll have to really adjust to and adjust very quickly because of the style of play and the scoring.
You can see on the bottom of your screen there some of the numbers that you get for different opportunities on the court. And then don't forget, you benefit if your team wins, not just games, but quarters. And that's one of the beautiful things about AU. You're never totally out of it because you want to accumulate points. Even if you might lose the game, you still want to win that third or fourth quarter. It means a lot as we get a shot clock violation here.
Absolutely. You talk about how the scoring works. And for all of our newbies out there, so each quarter win is worth 60 points. And overall games, if you win the game, that's 180 points per player. Not for the team, per player.
Those points pile up in a hurry. We're looking for our first bucket here. Taylor on the pull-up. That'll come up a little short. So much energy, excitement in the arena here tonight. You have to imagine a little jitters for those on the court as well. Back her in from Nurse. Here's Bell. Opening 90 seconds or so here in the first. Bell fading left. We see Kia Nurse. Ty Harris lets fly. That's cash, and we're on the board to start off season 4.
Listen, I have watched Ty Harris from the time she was at South Carolina and into her professional career, and every year her game gets better and better. That's what I love about AU, is that it gives players an opportunity to work on their game in the offseason without having to go play overseas if they choose not to do that.
That's something you've heard time and time again, the opportunity to be close to home, to be around family in between those W seasons, or to try to get a chance to make a W roster. It's a huge selling point here at AU.
Absolutely, and Ty Harris, to me, one of the best parts of her game is getting out in transition. Here, just filling the lane. Kia Nurse doing a nice job of finding her shooter behind the line is good. But you know, when she was at South Carolina, and even her first couple of seasons in the W, her three-point ball wasn't as good and efficient as it is today.
Meanwhile, on the curl, count it N1 for Elizabeth Williams.
Okay, OG. And Elizabeth Williams, she too is coming off of an injury in the W season, but I love that move, just cutting, moving without the basketball, and Ty Harris doing a good job of finding her bit.
But you mentioned Harris getting better, Williams a veteran here. Isn't that what every player is striving to do, add a little something to the toolbox year over year?
Well, if you're not, then you're doing something wrong, right? Because absolutely that's what you should do. And you know, when you look at AU and the players that we have, you know, we currently have 11 players on a W roster, but I would be willing to bet that a lot of these women are going to get opportunities in the W this season.
Yeah, we've seen it every year. This ends up becoming an excellent showcase. Nurse stepping back and hitting. Speaking of players headed back to the W this summer.
She knew that was good when she let it go. Sometimes somebody's got to make that first one, and Ty Harris getting it started for her squad.
That'll be an offensive trying to power down low. Asia Taylor too much there on the drive.
Yeah, well, Kia Nurse is known for her shooting. Just did a nice job coming off of that screen, step back three, and she let you know it was good. I see you, Kia Nurse.
3 fingers out. That's good from deep. Nurse moving out of the Chicago Sky from this season, now nice. On the drive, and will draw a foul.
You know what I loved about that play? Elizabeth Williams posting up down low on the block, and maybe they haven't played together, but they're vets. They know what to do. You move without the basketball, and Kia Nurse doing a nice job cutting Elizabeth Williams, finding her for drawing the foul.
Yeah, here at Athletes Unlimited, 3 game nights a week, practices in between. So by the time you get to weeks 2 and 3, everyone kind of starts to gel as one big group.
Well, I mean, it's the way we play, and then you have your different captains from week to week and a new draft. You have to be able to pick up on this style of play very quickly if you want to be successful.
Yeah, it's a 4-week season, right? There's no time to kind of ease your way into it. What a start here for Team Westbrook, by the way, 9-0.
Well, with Odyssey Sims on Team Bell, I think it's just a matter of time before they hit a bucket.
Nurse, good job crashing the offensive glass. They can regroup here. Shot clock now to 7. Running out of time, and the takeaway. And a foot race here now. Little up and under. Can't buy a bucket. Good opportunity there for Bell.
It is a lid on the bucket for Team Bell.
Meanwhile, Nurse in transition, good off the window. It's all clicking for the squad in orange, an 11-0 burst. What a run here for Team Westbrook. 11-0 to start. We're back to Nashville after this. Athletes Unlimited Pro Basketball is sponsored by the U.S. Air Force. Home here in 2025. And Carol, this city has, with open arms, welcomed AU Hoops.
Listen, there is a rich history and tradition of women's basketball here in Tennessee, Nashville in particular, and I honestly can't think of a better place to be. They've been very welcoming, open arms, coming in from the airport. We got the billboard saying AU is here in town. It has been so exciting, and this is just day 1.
You would know for Team Westbrook because they are on a tear to open things up. Mayor of Nashville in the house here, 11-0 the start. This is a team that was just assembled. They look like a well-oiled machine here to begin.
Well, you know, it took a minute for the lid to get off the bucket, but once it did, Team Westbrook has been on a tear.
Finally breaking through Team Bell. Speaking of Tennessee basketball, Jordan Horston getting inside for 2.
Yeah, Jordan Horston currently playing for the Seattle Storm. I love her game. She plays hard. That's nice.
Bria Hartley, beautiful dish to Williams.
And you know, Greg, we're talking about just opportunities, right, for these women. And there are a lot of players out here who maybe people recognize the name, but they're like, where have they been?
Yep.
Bria Hartley, Kristen Williams, like just having them, giving them this opportunity to play in AU could open up so many more doors for them.
So competitive to make a roster spot at that W level, as so many of these women can attest to. This is a great chance to show what they can do. And now Team Bell starting to get it locked in, courtesy of Kristen Williams, the former UConn Husky.
Yeah, Kristen Williams, she just, again, remember her playing at UConn, loved her game then, and it's just so good to see what they're doing at the next level.
Kia Nurse right back. So business picking up here out of the timeout. Now 16-7 Westbrook, and Kia Nurse another made 3, adding to her overall tally as well. Harris, that's a good kick. Corner pocket, nails it. Oh, buckets. It's Westbrook.
That must be the number, 22.
Something about it, right?
I see you.
Sims, little contact, no problem. Shot clock to 8 here. She keeps battling. And Able to draw the foul there, stepping through a double.
And Ty Harris just doing a nice job of knowing where her shooters are. Vina Westbrook spotting up behind the three. I see you, Tutu.
Team Westbrook 4 for 6 from beyond the arc right now. All part of their 19-7 lead. Shot clock to 10. They're working into Angel Jackson. Little scoop, nothing doing. Here comes Harris. Tough little pick there, moving, and Saxton called for the moving screen.
Well, so for anybody out there watching, if you are a guard and you have the ball, make sure you wait for your big to get set on that screen before you try to use it. Otherwise, it's going to be a foul on your big in that case.
Cheryl Swoops, Greg Meskel here with you as here's the pick. Bradford now, the scoop, good to go, pretty stuff.
Okay, CB, Crystal Bradford, another player who played in AU last season. I love Crystal Bradford's game. I love everything that she brings, her energy, her competitiveness. She is one that people should watch this season.
Finishing 8th place in stat points a year ago. Kia Nurse, meanwhile, dialed in year 1 here in AU for Nurse and has come out firing 3 triples.
And Kia Nurse said, hold on a minute, Swoops. Hold on. I might be that player that y'all need to be watching.
Nurse.
No.
Oh, heat check. Got it.
I see you, Kia. She said, is anybody going to get out and put a hand up and guard me?
So
she has
far,
proven, she's
yeah.
proven that she can shoot it. You got to get out on her, make her put the ball on the deck and do something different.
Williams comes back. Let's see if they try to find Nurse again. 4 threes in this first quarter. Westbrook well on their way to claiming the points again from 3. This time, no good.
I ain't mad at it, though.
You got to do it.
I feel you, Kia.
That was a required shot after you have 4 threes so far in this quarter. Williams hit a couple early, just off the mark there. And a whistle here as we'll get some substitutions. 2:41 remaining. Remember, you also get points for winning each quarter. And they're worth plus 60 for each individual player. Team Westbrook, they are well on their way to earning 60 for everybody in orange.
Well, here's the thing for Team Bell. Right now, they've proven they can shoot the 3. So defensively, you have got to get out and do something different and make Team Westbrook put the basketball on the floor.
Bell now. That's blocked. Good defense there. A closeout, and now a run out here. A chance.
Nice.
The dish to Williams. Draw some contact, no call. Able to hit the acrobatic finish.
She said, and 1.
27-11. Kristen Williams doing it all here for Team Bell early. Good wraparound on the other side. That's Kenesha Bell. Williams with 9 of the 11 points for Team Bell right now. Pull up here, and Bradford corrals the board. The push now, it's Nurse. A little off target.
Well, and one way Team Bell is trying to get back in this game is pushing the ball in transition. Jordan Horston doing a nice job of getting it out. And Kristen Williams, nice finish. She is a strong guard.
You're real confident with the basketball. Able to get her shot seemingly anywhere. Nice look here to Horston. Good contest as we fall under 90 seconds to go in this first quarter.
Team Bell, they have got to find...
Horston, big block.
I was going to say they got to find a way to get a stop, and Horston said, oh, I know. I already know that.
But I got you, Cheryl.
Yeah, but Jordan Horston, that is one thing she does really well is defend. And she said, not today, Crystal Bradford, not in my house.
Plus 60 at stake here if Team Westbrook can hang on and claim this first quarter. Bradford. Yeah, they're going to get it.
She said, oh, okay, block this one.
What a start here for Team Westbrook, leaving no doubt as we fall under a minute to go in the first, 32-11.
Good pass.
Excellent kick. Williams all day. That's money.
It's a great basketball play. Jordan Horston attacking the paint, drawing her defender and help, finding her shooter wide open.
Well, Kristen Williams off to a great start. She's got 12. Difficult up and under. Second effort. That works for Soraya McGuire. At a 10-second difference here. Shot and game clock. Final moments of the first. Asia Taylor goes to work. Tough drive. Coming up short now. Last looks here for Team Westbrook. Plenty of time. Bradford. Air ball there on the fade. And 8 seconds left. Not sure if she thought maybe the shot clock was winding down as well.
Yeah, I'm not really sure if she thought her team was counting down the clock or what.
Oh, but picks the pocket. Can she get it away with one at the horn, just rimming out. That's about the only thing that didn't work for Team Westbrook in this first quarter. Plus 60 to everyone in orange. A stellar start as Team Westbrook opens up an 11-0 lead in the first, and they never look back. Kia Nurse, year one, game one, dialed in from downtown. 4 big triples. We're back with the second quarter when we return. Welcome back to Nashville, Season 4 AU Pro Hoops. Team Westbrook picking up 60 points in that first quarter, thanks in large part to Kia Nurse. Cheryl, she was hitting all the right notes in our opening period.
My goodness. Kia Nurse said it might be my first time in AU, but this is what I do. I am a shooter. She single-handedly has more points than Team Bell total. Kia Nurse, 15 points in the first quarter. And how did she do it? She just was getting it done. Stepping back behind the three, getting out in transition. Nice little kiss off the glass. I see you, Kia Nurse. But she was deadly from behind the arc. 4 for 5 from 3 in the first quarter. Don't leave her out too long because she might cool off.
And that's how Team Westbrook did it in the first quarter. 7 for 11 from beyond the arc. So they were dialed in from deep. Team Bell just 2 for 7. And so a great start shooting the basketball. They jumped on Team Bell. They never had a chance.
No, so here's the thing for Team Bell, right? You know defensively that you've got to step up and get some stops. Stop giving up wide open threes and force Team Westbrook to do something differently.
What a shot from Bradford, spinning and falling down.
And she might have got fouled a little bit.
A little bit of contact there.
Yeah, but I would love to see Team Bell get more aggressively on the offensive end, move the basketball, share the basketball, and attack Team Westbrook. And then you got to get stops defensively.
Jalen Sherrod read that passing lane with the intercept. A good pass down low, but a block from behind. That's Bell coming up with the stuff.
And here's the good thing about AU, Greg, for people who don't know. Yes, you look at the score and it's 36-14, but Team Bell can come out and win this quarter and put themselves in a really good position.
You pick up 60 points. Maybe you cut into this deficit a little bit, try to work towards the overall score. A lot of opportunities still left here for the squad in blue. Now let's have our first chair chat, and we welcome in Kia Nurse. Kia, thanks for stopping by. What a start here, feeling it from deep.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not going to complain. Not going to complain at all. You know, I missed every shot in warm-up, which means it's probably going to be a good day in the game.
Okay, Kia, listen, I just said don't leave her out too long because you don't want her to cool off. I saw the 1, 2, 3. You're like, oh, this one is good. Don't leave me wide open.
Yeah, you know, you feel it sometimes. And I'm still hot. Trust me, I'm sweating like crazy down here. Real hot.
So your first season AU, give us your thoughts.
I mean, it's been really fun so far. And a big piece of, we love a mislip. A big piece of kind of what I wanted to do in this offseason was get live 5-on-5 action and add that into what I do on top of the broadcast work. But, you know, a lot of it was just being able to really find love and confidence in the game after coming back off the ACL for the last 2 years. So it's been a great family atmosphere. Save me!
I guess you like that. You like
I
that?
do. I like that. And I love the girls. They're fun. They're fun.
8 3-pointers so far for Team Westbrook. Kia, what's it been like to gel with this group of women after the draft and getting into these first games?
Yeah, I mean, we've only had one practice, so I'm pretty proud of what's going on right now. But we are a pretty veteran-based team. We got some really, high basketball IQ players, and so putting in sets and stuff in practice was really easy. And I think doing a good job of seeing what each and every one of us has as a strength and using that early on in this game. We got shooters everywhere, too, so, we're going to light up the three-point line.
Well, I was going to say, if you only had one practice, I might not practice much more than this if y'all are going to shoot the basketball like this.
You never know, practice makes perfect or permanent. Practice makes permanent, not perfect.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
So you mentioned you want to get some 5-on-5. What else do you want to accomplish out of your 4 weeks here with AU?
Yeah, a lot of it's going to be continuing the player development side. I know we have Danielle here, who I got to work with the Sparks last season. Yeah, Sam, great work there. And having the opportunity to continue to develop my game, but I want to continue to be an all-around player. And I'm a big guard. I can get in the post if I really, really need to. I'm not going to do it that often, but I want to be able to also, rebound better, be a perimeter guard that comes in there and kind of reads off of the ball. So a great opportunity here. Obviously, it's not about going after points because, you really can't do the math in your head, so you might as well just play an all-around game.
Absolutely. And to that point, do you consciously think about, the scoring system, right? If you're like, I don't want to shoot this because I might miss it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, honestly, I haven't. The first, scrimmages that we had here, it was weird because it's, right there and you can see it.
Yeah.
But if you looked up in 1 minute and then you looked up again the next, you might have dropped, 10 places and you just don't even remember why, right? So it's kind of, a lot of it is the better that you play. Yeah, Ty! The better you play as a team, the more points you're going to get, right? The most important thing, what I'm learning from all the players that are returning is the quarter points and the overall game score points, those extra ones that you get. So the only way you're getting that is if you play together and play good basketball.
All right, I got one more for you because I don't want you to cool off. So
yeah, they're calling me.
Oh, well, bye. Okay.
Bye.
That's the best part of the chair chat. When someone
I love it.
has to immediately check back in.
So the fans, everyone that's listening, they know it's not staged.
Exactly. Okay. Bradford to the basket. Long outlet here. 45-23. So Team Westbrook has stayed in command here. We saw Odyssey Sims knock down a 3 moments ago. Little backdoor drive there. A couple of close calls inside. Team Bell just struggling to find their rhythm.
Sometimes you play at such a speed, and this style of play will speed you up, but you have to understand the game and understand your strengths and be able to slow down and not play so rushed.
Let's now check in with Ari Chambers. More on Kia Nurse.
I love that Kia was sitting in the chair chat giving us all that energy because she sure did give Team Westbrook energy in the huddle on the quarter break. She was chanting more passion, more energy, more energy, while Elizabeth Williams, a super vet herself, was saying, hey, let's stay disciplined. This isn't going to get away from us like this. And Sam was guaranteeing us that KB's team is going to come in full force because they do not like to be embarrassed. But Kia Nurse is such an essential piece to this team. And she just brings the energy, and you can see it when she's about to check in now.
Yeah, I mean, you said it. She's a vet. She is a vet in this league, and then having her and Elizabeth Williams, I'm not sure if that's very fair because they are two of the best vets that we have in the game, and here in particular at AU. So that goes a long ways when you have vets on your team that can just lead you and guide you.
Yeah, what does that veteran presence do for a younger player that might be playing with Team Westbrook?
Well, here's the thing. So for a lot of these players, right, they've played the game before. But AU's a little different. But when you have vets on your team, it doesn't really matter what the style is, how the scoring works. The vets bring a sense of calmness, right? But they also bring that sense of, I got your back. They know how to motivate you. They know how to uplift you. They know how to get your confidence going. And that's what I see from Elizabeth Williams. That's what I see from Kia Nurse. For Team Westbrook.
That was a technical foul on Odyssey Sims. Obviously a frustrating half here for Team Bell. Free throw good. And in the second quarter score, Westbrook in front again, 15-9. Much closer than the first, but they still have the lead overall and the lead in this quarter. Hartley on the floater. Able to save that, and new life here on offense. Bradford, the look away. Pretty stuff.
That's nice. And Crystal Bradford is just getting it done from everywhere on the floor for her team. And when you talk about Odyssey picking up a tech and then frustrated, she's a competitor. Odyssey Sims does not like to lose. And at some point, if you're Team Bell, like, you got to forget about what the score is. You got to compete. Your pride has to come out, and you have to say it's not going to be that easy for you moving forward.
Worston on the drive, keep it on the floor. But a whistle called. We will head to a timeout. All the energy coming from the squad in orange. Good look away, and Saxton down low for 2. Westbrook in front. Welcome back. Team Westbrook all over Team Bell, 48-23. Now let's go into the game with U.S. Air Force and Kia Nurse.
Yeah, hey, they're not getting through screens, so set them. I'm only gonna switch if they come off the screen. If they reject it, stay with yours. Sure. You take the little one. Great work, great energy, great ball movement. Jordan's probably gonna cross
I love it. You ask about the importance of vets and what vets bring. They bring exactly what you heard from Kia Nurse. Sometimes it's just about talking, right? Talking about great energy, great work, way to move the basketball. That goes a long way, especially when you have players on your team who haven't necessarily played a lot of professional basketball.
And AU, a mixture, right? Some that have a lot of experience. They've been in the W, they are in the W, they've played overseas for years. Others still trying to find their footing on a professional level.
And I don't care what league, what professional league you play in, there's always going to be a little bit of jitters, right, and nerves when you haven't done it a lot. And that's why it's nice to have players like a Kirsten Bell, Odyssey Sims, Kia Nurse, as we talked about, and Elizabeth Williams. And I think what they're doing with the younger players on their team is really good for their confidence.
Sims was fouled on a three-pointer and makes all 3 of those. So Odyssey Sims, tough start shooting the basketball, 1 for 7, but has worked her way to 6 points now.
Correct. Team Westbrook right now, they are shooting 69% from 3. Yeah, they're shooting the ball well, but for Team Bell, you have got to pick up your defense and, again, make them do something differently besides standing behind the three-point line.
And some of it has just come very easy. That backdoor for Ty Harris, the layup, and now the takeaway here, the run out once again. Bradford, Hartley in close, and they are locked in here. 55-26. They're up in the second, 21-12.
So here's my thing. If you've only had one practice and you look this good, it's a scary thought to think about what they would look like if they had more than one practice.
Nurse a little short there on the three-pointer, but they get the rebound, loaded up. The reload works this time for Ty Harris.
Ty Harris, sit aside, Kia. I got your back. I got your back, sis. My goodness.
What a beginning here. Would you expect, though, either side in game 1 to come out shooting 10 of 15 from 3?
I don't know. Well, it's when I look at the players, right? Ty Harris is doing what she does. Kia Nurse is doing what she does, right? Like they know, they understand the game. They know how to play basketball. They're shooting the ball well, but I'm gonna look at Team Bell and say, you guys are making it way too easy for them.
Yep, 24-12 now here in the second quarter. Again, it started with that 11-0 run to open the game, and they've never looked back. Williams had a moment there in the first quarter. Now the outlet Nurse leaking out and gets the finger roll to go.
Beautiful pass by Bria Hartley.
Here's Jordan Horston. And a foul called there as they look inside. First of 2 tonight as we get things started. Team Harrison, that's Team Isabel Harrison, going up against Team Colson. Sydney Colson coming up next. A couple of AU veterans all the way back from season 1, ready to square off. Not there for Bell.
And you know Kirsten Bell came into this game feeling confident in her squad and being a captain because she finished the season off last year 3-0 as a captain. So she was coming into tonight looking to continue that streak of being undefeated.
And was someone that put up some gaudy numbers last year, just around 20 points per game, around 5 rebounds. Here's Westbrook. Tries to step through, stripped, and they'll say last touch off of Westbrook, went off her leg, and back to Team Bell. Now Mackenzie Forbes comes on. Her first season with Athletes Unlimited, and a great run with USC to close out her college basketball career.
And defensively, though, Team Westbrook, they are defending Team Bell right now, not giving them anything easy.
Shot clock to 5 here, looking for something. Step back there, and coming up short is Forbes. Good offensive rebound from Horston. Found a double team. Jackson will let go, and that is off the window. And again, looking to run. Free ball here. And a rare miss from beyond the arc. They're now 10 of 16 from deep. Again, another 60 points hanging in the balance here. They're up 26-13 in this quarter, so well on their way to 60 more points for Team Westbrook as Jackson's off the mark.
Well, and Kia Nurse played that well. If I'm Angel Jackson and I have Kia Nurse defending me, I am not going to step out and take that shot. Like, no disrespect to Kia, but your advantage, Angel Jackson, with Kia Nurse is to take her on the block, post her up, and go to work.
Yeah, right now, Team Westbrook, they're having Team Bell do the things they want them to do, right? It's been tough here offensively. Here's a drive, and there's a block. Williams didn't hit rim, so the shot clock is down to 3. They got to go. Horston at the horn, and that rims out. Even really good looks just aren't falling right now.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where defensively, again, Team Westbrook, they are clicking on all cylinders, offensively and defensively.
Now Nurse can go to work. Looking for Hartley. Oh, breaking ankles. The step back and just rolls off the rim.
Ooh, that was nice, Priya.
You know she wanted that jumper to go so bad to finish off the highlight, and then on this end air. Just under a minute to go. Well, if you're Team Bell, you're probably looking forward to halftime and just switching this thing up because it has just not gone their way in the first 2 quarters.
Yeah, absolutely. If I'm Team Bell right now, I am trying to get through this quarter into the locker room at halftime, regroup, and let's figure out how we can get back in this game. And for me, it has to start on the defensive end because right now what Team Westbrook is able to do, it's way too easy.
Harris. Rare unforced error there. That one goes out of play. All that three-point shooting, then that opened up things going to the basket, and it became just impossible to stop for Team Bell.
And so here's the other thing, Greg. We have a husband-wife as facilitators in this game. And I talked to Karima before the game, Karima Christmas Kelly, who's the facilitator for Team Westbrook. And she said, of course they're going to talk about who wins this game. And if you notice, Austin Kelly right now, who is the facilitator for Team Bell, is not saying very much. So right now, Karima is winning this one.
Yeah, looking fairly quiet over there, just trying to keep his squad motivated. Certainly some bragging rights coming after this one.
Going home.
Shot clock is off. 5 seconds left here, first half. Hartley on the drive right down Main Street, and that's a fitting way for Team Westbrook to wrap up this first quarter. Nurse at the buzzer, wave it off, and what a dominant opening 2 quarters. Add 60 more points to the tally for Team Westbrook, 64-27. They win the second quarter 30-13, another dominant affair.
Yeah, if I'm Team Westbrook right now, I'm going in at halftime saying we've got to come back out. Let's keep our foot on the gas and not give them an opportunity to get back in this game. For Team Bell, you have to regroup at halftime.
17 points for Kia Nurse, 14 for Ty Harris, and 12 for Bradford. What a start for Team Westbrook. We'll check in with Ari Chambers at the half when we come back.
Welcome to the halftime of Athletes Unlimited opening night, game 1, as Team Westbrook has a dominant lead over Team Bell, 64-27. The vibes are right in the court for National Girls and Women in Sports Day. I don't know if y'all can hear me. It's great. And Nashville is Music City, but you know what we did tonight? We did Fashion City. So let's take a look at the tunnel fits from earlier. Girls are coming in as a girl group. Kia Nurse has a great outfit, but let's take a look at Avina Westbrook. The wool, the gradient, she always looks so classy. And the nice little belly button ring notch is great as well. I know that these fashion fits are something that you want to see. Kanisha Bell, the classic camo with the green matching hat. You cannot go wrong with the camo. Camo is like the best neutral ever. It matches with everything, but I am always in my burgundy era. There's something so classic about a crew neck 00 with her burgundy pants. Burgundy is the color of the season, in case y'all didn't know. But who won tonight for me is Bria Hartley, blending all the neutrals, the earth tones that you can possibly blend together. She came to slay as she came in this arena for Nashville. I'm telling y'all, we're turning Music City to Fashion City. We have to send it back. Let's come back to this in the next round of halftime. I'll see you in the next half. Thank you all. If you're not here in Nashville, you're missing out. TSU's band is giving us all the vibes out here. If you see me in a crop top with the majorettes, that's my business. But there's basketball to be played here. And next game, we have Gold Team Captain Isabella Harrison. But you know what? Izzy B is going to tell us how she feels about being a captain.
Wearing a C on my jersey to represent me being a captain, I think it just means that you want to put your best foot forward. You're representing yourself, you're representing your team, your color that week. It's not just about the captain or the facilitator, it is a collective group effort to be able to get those wins for the week. I'm a huge collaborator. I love working with my team. I love being able to just hear their thoughts and what they think we should try for, games, plays, whatever it is. I also feel like having, really good timeouts and like halftime conversations, that tends to be a difference maker for the teams that I've been on before. And that comes with strategizing, again, listening to each other and just seeing who's the best pop to be out there to win the game.
Isabel Harrison is not new to the AU circuit, which is probably why she's one of the most repeated captains. She is the hometown hero here with such a nurturing spirit, and I just love watching her grow into her own, lead, and do all the things that she's ever wanted to do on the court. She struggled with vertigo last season. That is gone. She's coming here fresh and new. She was the 2022 AU Pro Basketball Defensive Player of the Year. That length really gets out there. She's AU Pro Basketball's career record holder with rebounds, 279, defensive rebounds, 206, offensive rebounds, 73. She just attacks from all ends. And what I love is that all of Tennessee is going to be coming out to see her. She has an abundance of family that would love to pull up. And just with Pat Summitt and everything she has stood for, she's the only player left with Pat Summitt. But on the other end of this commercial, we are coming back with some more Athletes Unlimited basketball.
And welcome back here. Third quarter on the way. It's been all Team Westbrook. They lead Team Bell 64-27. They've also claimed 120 points so far. So an excellent beginning for the group in orange. It's National Girls and Women in Sports Day presented by the U.S. Air Force here at AU. It's a celebration that inspires girls and women to play and be active to realize their full power. National Girls and Women in Sports Day began in 1987 as a special day in our nation's capital to recognize women's sports. Today united premier organizations and elite athletes to bring national attention to the promise of girls and women in sports. Today we acknowledge the positive influence of sports and participation and the continuing struggle for equality equality for women in sports. And with that, we bring it back here. Courtside, Cheryl Swoops, Greg Meskel joining you here. Well, Cheryl, there's not much that Team Westbrook would want to do differently. They were absolutely on fire in that first half.
Well, listen, everybody for Team Westbrook was on fire, and they were getting it done from everywhere on the floor. It was a total team effort, and that's why they have such a big lead. Kia Nurse is the one who got it started. She was stepping back, knocking down threes from everywhere on the floor. I see you, Kia Nurse. And Crystal Bradford coming in off the bench. She got in the action. Crystal Bradford can just score from anywhere on the floor, and I love her energy. And Ty Harris. Ty Harris said, y'all are not going to leave me out. I want a little piece of this. Ty Harris doing it as well. And for Team Westbrook, a total team effort in the first half.
Look at these numbers here. The one that really jumps out to you, of course, the three-pointers. I mean, all of it, right? 62%, 22%, 10 for 17 against three. And how about those rebounding numbers?
Yeah, well, and here's the thing. Rebounding to me is about effort. But when you have it going, it's just going. And Team Westbrook, they're getting it done from everywhere on the floor, shooting 62% from field goals. And to your point, Greg, 17 to 31 advantage on the boards. And even the assists. When we talk about they were getting it done from everywhere, 17 assists for Team Westbrook to 4 for Team Bell.
And note Ty Harris, 305 points on the leaderboard. That's the combination of what she's doing statistically, right? More than just scoring points, but then also securing those quarter win points as well. 120 with wins in those first two quarters. To celebrate our inaugural season in Nashville, we have teamed up with I'm Here for the Game, a local brand that loves this game and community as much as we do. The limited edition items launched today and are available online and in the on-site pro shop. Visit shop.auprosports.com and get your gear today. Such a cool thing about AU, trying to come up with new merchandise every year, looking to connect with local businesses to help make it happen. Really feel like a part of the community wherever any of the sports go.
Well, I can tell you, you talked about Nashville, and they are so excited about having AU in town, playing women's professional basketball here, and everyone in the city is just celebrating. And to your point, just reaching out, trying to make connections in the community and make sure everybody gets a piece of what we have going on here with AU.
Second half on the way. You talked about it a bit in that second quarter. For Team Bell, if they're going to turn this thing around, defense will play a critical role.
Absolutely, and for me, that's where it starts. And I always say everyone's going to have an off night offensively, right? Unless you're Team Westbrook, because no one's having an off night for them. But defensively, there should never be an excuse to not defend, because defense is all about effort and want to.
As good as Team Westbrook shot it in the first half, that's not the record for most threes and a half here in AU. 12 three-pointers and a half is the record. They made 10.
I bet you if we would have told them that in the first half, they would have said, well, watch this.
We should have mentioned it to Kia Nurse when she joined us during the chair chat. Speaking of threes, it's Team Bell opening up with a deep ball to get us started. Mackenzie Forbes.
Well, and again, we talk about how AU's different in an innovative scoring system. And for Team Bell right now, they should really try to win. They win quarter three, they get 60 points. They win quarter four, they get 60 points. And at that point, anything can happen.
All part of that tally headed towards the end of the season when we crown our champion. So every quarter counts, all the amounts. Hear the slogan a lot, every moment matters here in AU, and it's really, really true when it comes to how all the numbers stack up.
And Bria Hartley, I know we've talked a lot about Team Westbrook, but Bria Hartley looks really good on the floor today.
Hartley, out of UConn, 9-year veteran of the W. Westbrook puts on the brakes, tries to step through as Sims faded away, finds the cutter, and that was a good look there for Williams, just couldn't convert.
Maybe it's that basket, I don't know. Let's see.
Sims coming up short here.
Oh, that's nice.
Hartley on the move, able to hit.
I see you, big girl. That's a nice look by Elizabeth Williams, and Bria Hartley doing a nice job of just continuing to cut to the basket.
On the other end, Forbes can't deliver. Hartley now pushing ahead. The look to Harris. And she'll wait for some reinforcements.
Hartley looked at Harris like, why didn't you shoot it?
Bria Hartley has worked her way back. Torn her ACL twice, battling injuries, and talked about AU as a chance to stay home, get her body right, hopefully try and make a W roster.
Yeah, you mentioned, which is why I said she looks really good just coming back from injury. She's a mom, so I feel some type of way. There's a special connection with athletes and moms. But yeah, Bria Hartley, so good to see her back out on the floor doing what she loves and doing it healthy.
Forbes countered and won, a 2-on-1 developing. Sims to Forbes, and Bell trying to make a move.
Yeah, but Team Westbrook, Elizabeth Williams posting up, but seeing her teammate cutting to the basket, Bria Hartley for 2. Odyssey Sims doing what she does well, pushing in transition. And one.
Here's Forbes now. And completes the three-point play. Started at Cal, then went to Harvard, and then finishing at Southern California. Harris left free, all net, that's pure.
Her shot is so pure. Like, it's when she shoots it, I'm like, that's good. And she has spent time working on her shot.
That's not a typo. It is 72-33 right now. Team Westbrook, they lead this third quarter 8-6. They jumped on Team Bell 34-14 in the first, powered by an 11-0 run to open the game. Then a 30-13 second quarter, and now here we are in the third. Foul there as Hartley was trying to watch that post pass to Horston.
And Jordan Horston has an advantage on the block with Bria Hartley defending her.
Kenesha Bell returns meanwhile for Team Westbrook. Ty Harris will take a break. See if Horston can try and go to work once again there on Hartley. Instead, Bell pops free and cans the triple. That's Kirsten Bell, the captain of the squad in blue.
Yeah, I know we're talking about how Team Westbrook is knocking down threes, but if Kirsten Bell can catch fire, she is lethal from behind that line.
Sherrod a little long on the jumper. Horston foul line, pull up. Good fight there from Taylor, but rebuffed. Williams coming from behind. Shot clock to 8. Bell thought about it. Timer to 2, just gets that one away. And now here comes Sherrod. Sherrod, the crossover double clutch, and draws a foul. And now let's go back to the chair and the captain for Team Westbrook, Avina Westbrook. Thanks for joining us. Your team has started hot, has stayed hot. What is going on with the shooting? You guys are on fire.
To myself, I feel like I was a really good GM, really great GM in drafting the pieces that I did. So
yes, ma'am, you should give yourself kudos.
The people that I drafted, they came out and they're playing like themselves. So couldn't be more proud.
Your squad is getting it done. E, let me ask you a question. So we talked about you missing AU last season due to your injury. So it's so nice to see you back out here playing right now. Health-wise, how are you feeling, and what's it like to be back out here on the court?
I feel really blessed, to say the least. I tore my ACL last year in the scrimmage. So just to be out here, again, like a little early, really pushed my body off season to make sure I was back and healthy and ready on time. So I feel great, to be honest. I'm on a little bit of a minute restriction right now. Just didn't want to go all out and, do too much. But the support that I'm getting, especially from my vets, a lot of them have been through what I've been going through.
Yeah.
So I've just been leaning on them, and they just been telling me to take my time. But I feel great. So now I'm just trying to give myself grace as I'm getting back into the swing of things. But I'm super blessed just to be out here and be able to back playing the game that I love to play.
Your first time as captain, clearly you're a draft expert based on the squad you put together. What was it like to assemble this team? How challenging was it?
I honestly don't think it was really that challenging. I talked to my facilitator, good shit, girl. I talked to my facilitator, Rima. Great facilitator. I think I told her what my mindset was going in. I told her the 3 pieces that I wanted off the bat. I got those right away. And then I just wanted some really good, high IQ top players. I told them we don't need to be the fastest, we don't need to be the biggest, but as long as we all know how to play together, that's all that matters. And I think it's been showing here in game 1. But we also can't let up. We have 2 more games this weekend. The other 2 teams are scouting us, so we have to come out here and continue to have our foot on the gas.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned talking to the facilitator, Rima, because I know facilitators play a different role depending on who the captain is, who they're with. What role does your facilitator, Karima Christmas Kelly, play for you and your squad?
Man, I told her to step in. You have head coaching experience. Step into that bag, please. I lean on her more than anything, and she definitely, we have a great little partnership. But I told her, for the most part, like when it comes to the game, we always come up with a really great game plan together, practice plan together. And then a lot of the times, too, I ask my vets, like, how are y'all feeling? How y'all feel about this scheme and doing this, trapping on defense or rotating and all this. So it's really been a really great collective, and she's just been hearing all of us out.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think her subbing today has been tremendous. Everyone's getting playing time. Everyone looks good, is feeling good, playing really well together. So she's just been great for all of us.
Avina Westbrook, thanks for the time, and good luck to your squad
Thank
the rest
you guys.
of the way.
Appreciate y'all.
Thank you.
Avina Westbrook and the team in orange continues. They're in front now 75-38, even in this quarter, 11-11 with Team Bell. As Fair on the pull-up, that's Deasia Fair out of Syracuse, year 1 here in AU, just coming on.
Team Bell right now, they are doing a little bit more scoring, but again, defensively, my goodness, I don't think Team Westbrook can miss.
That was Kanisha Bell hitting for Team Westbrook. So add some more points to Kanisha Bell's tally. Follow here, put it back one time. That's Victoria Saxton. Just to give you an idea, she gets the rebound, then she puts it home, and all adds to her point total. And for the offensive rebound, for example. .336 to play, third quarter. 40-point lead for Westbrook. Bell, little pick and roll, and to the basket, it's Saxton. He's got free throws coming. The struggles continue for Team Bell. It's a 40-point edge for Westbrook. Up next, we'll see a veteran here of AU, Izzy Harrison, and a few folks more excited to have these games being played in the state of Tennessee than the former Volunteer. Izzy Harrison joining the league by sister Dory, and we'll see Isabel Harrison and her squad up next in a OG-AU captains matchup. Team Harrison against Team Colson.
Yeah, we got some really good bets coming up in game 2, so you absolutely want to make sure you stick around for that one. It's going to be a good one.
Team Harrison, led by Isabel Harrison. She's been a captain many times. First time for Sid Colson as a captain. Looking forward to seeing the teams that they drafted.
You know, it is. It's interesting, and it's always good to hear the thought and the insight into what goes into selecting or drafting your team, and to hear from Avina Westbrook on what she was thinking, what she was looking for. Very excited to see what Izzy and Sid do.
I was glad you asked her too about the facilitator, because that is such a different experience.
Yeah.
Even across other AU sports as well. Everyone uses those facilitators in a different way depending on their personality.
Yeah, I think, you know, and we've seen this over the years. Some players or captains, they want their facilitators to be very involved, right? Call timeouts, draw up the plays, get in the huddles. And then there's some captains who want very little from their facilitators. And so if you're a facilitator, you have to be able to adjust to whatever that captain wants. And because the captain's different every week, you never know how much the facilitator will be involved with that team.
17-16 lead here in the third for Team Westbrook in front, 81-43. Here's Sherrod, and that is all net from distance. They continue to stay hot from beyond the arc.
Okay, I don't know what else to say to Team Bell. I would force Team Westbrook. Just give them a layup, right? They haven't had to shoot very many, so can they make them? Probably. But what we do know is that they can shoot the rock from behind the arc.
Yeah, get them off that three-point line. As Desiree Young able to convert a strip there, and we'll stay down here.
Ooh, I thought that was a leg. I'm glad I'm not reffing because it'd be going the other way.
14 for 24 from beyond the arc. That's Team Westbrook. McGuire, the dish,
pass.
Saxton, beautiful look.
Okay, well, that wasn't a three. That was nice.
Sims tracks down that ball. You come up on 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. And a takeaway, Bradford reading the passing lane. Here comes Team Westbrook on the break. Bradford, here's Sherrod. And good recovery there by Team Bell. Bradford feeling it. He started to skip down court before that one even hit the net.
I love it. And you gotta love when somebody's having that much fun doing what they do. Crystal Bradford, I love it.
Young left free. And Bradford grabs the rebound. She has brought such energy and excitement to Team Westbrook as well.
I thought she was gonna shoot that one.
Sherrod in trouble. Bradford, step back. That's an air ball. Good hustle there from McGuire. Not in time.
You talk about Ty Harris, one Gamecock, Victoria Saxton, another Gamecock, but nice wraparound pass from Soraya to find her for an easy deuce. And Crystal Bradford. I love the energy, the excitement. She is having fun, and that's what it's all about.
Bradford, 14 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. Block on this end.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. And Desiree Young said, oh, no, ma'am. No, not in my house today.
Somehow that pass got through. McGuire couldn't convert. Under a minute to play in the third. Here's Sims probing that defense. That's a professional pass down low, spotting Kirsten Bell.
And if you look at the score, it is a 41-point game, but this quarter in particular, 20-24. Can Team Bell find a way to win this quarter?
Just 4 points off the lead here, trailing 24-20. Running out of time, Sherrod. And they'll get it back. Shot clock is off, 18.2 seconds left. 60 more points up for grabs here for either side, but Team Bell's got to hurry. 12 seconds left, fair. The foul line jumper's there, ties it up. Excuse me, within 2, 24-22. And now a trap, a takeaway at the horn. Horston gets it away and wave it off. Looks like it would have been a little bit of late. And Team Westbrook, well, got a little tighter, but they take the quarter once again. 3 straight quarter wins. 24-22, they take the third. 60 more points for everybody on Team Westbrook. They're in front 88-49. They've got their sights set on an overall win bonus as well.
Play hard, make the right plays, play defense, and have fun. Let's get it. We're not aggressive at all. Like, we just coming off screens, heads in, attack them, bro. You hesitate. Let's go, man. I got you. You got an all-5 crash. Yeah.
You see the frustration there.
Well, I mean, at this point, if you're looking at the score, if you're Team Bell, right, you're saying we're probably not going to come back and win the game, but you can at least compete and try to win the quarter because remember, there is a running tally a score for each player, and if they win this quarter, each player will get 60 points for winning the quarter.
Yeah, going to be a tall order to try and get back and claim the 180 points that come with winning the game, but certainly 0-0 is here to start the fourth. Team Bell can come away with something in this game instead of getting swept.
Well, and also they have 2 more games this week, right? So you want to try and get some momentum going into your next 2 games.
Oh, the Euro. Everything but the finish. Horston stuffs that at the last second. And now Young, full head of steam, and goes coast to coast.
And that's a great way to start this quarter for Team Bell.
Go in front here 2-0. Westbrook answers. That's a long 2 for Avina Westbrook, the captain.
Yeah, that was pretty. Avina has a nice jumper. Again, it's so nice to see her back out and healthy and playing NAU again.
Taylor short. Bradford. Westbrook running hard and just a little bit past her reach. Mentioned she's on a minutes restriction here, so trying to work her way back in.
Yeah, so, you know, I'm glad you said that, because in my mind, I remember when I tore my ACL many years ago, but in the back of your mind somewhere, it's that remembrance of what happened. And so because she's on a minutes restriction, I wonder if she was just hesitant to really try to run and catch that and finish.
I was thinking the same thing. Do you just let that ball go because you're still getting the feeling back?
100%. But then you look at it and you say, well, that's a turnover. So, right, in AU, that's a turnover.
Bradford calling for an N1. Doesn't get it. Mentioned turnovers. That's -10 on your overall tally. Just rattling out Horston. She averaged 20 points per game in the scrimmages, so was shooting the basketball well. Just 2 points here, 1 for 8 from the field. Harris, meanwhile, back iron. 3-pointers will be part of the storyline in this one, right?
Absolutely.
Team Westbrook, the way they shot it through 3 quarters was so big.
And for Ty Harris, that was her first miss from the 3.
Sims coming up short. Bell returns for Team Bell. And Kristen Williams comes back in. Kristen Williams, when nothing was working for Team Bell, she was the catalyst. Hit double figures early on, but hasn't been able to get back in that same groove.
She was the one that got it going for Team Bell, absolutely.
Kirsten Bell on the pull-up. She's 3 for 11, and this is the story. You look up and down Team Bell's roster. They just have really struggled to shoot the basketball. 26% for the game.
Well, and it's almost like two different storylines, right? We talked to Team Westbrook, and Kia was saying, you know, they only had 1 practice, but it doesn't look like it. And you look at Team Bell, and you wonder, did they only have 1 practice as well, right? Because they look totally different, and it is an adjustment. One, it's still basketball, but it's still different as far as the scoring system and how every single thing that you do on the floor matters. So in some instances, some cases, it's going to take some of the players and some of the teams a lot longer to get used to playing with each other than it will others.
Not to mention, you start making your shots, and everyone just starts to work a little bit better together, right, when you're knocking down those deep balls.
Absolutely.
Pull up here from Williams. Eight-6 lead early here in the 4th for Team Westbrook. Don't forget more AU hoops to follow. Team Harrison, Team Colson up next. Day off tomorrow, then we're back Friday and Saturday with week 1 play as there's Soraya McGuire out of Miami, her 3rd year with AU. Sims break him down and a foul. Got the step. Well, we're excited about the start of AU hoops. We're also excited about the next legendary big league that has arrived. The AUSL features the best pro softball players in the world playing in a traditional team-based format. The league launches this summer, playing their exciting brand of softball across the nation. Which team will come out on top in the inaugural season Learn more about the Bandits, Talons, Blaze, and Volts today at theausl.com. AUSL, this is legendary. Free throw there off the mark. Nurse back in. 1 of 4 in double figures for Team Westbrook. Harris. Nurse left alone. Knock it down. Kia Nurse.
Such a smart play by Ty Harris. She knew where her shooter was, attacking the basket. Nice kick out to find Kia Nurse, who still has the hot end.
Nurse now leading all scorers with 20 as Sims able to find her way to the bucket. Nurse trailing the play, buries it.
She still has the hot hand. My goodness.
I told her she shot terribly during shoot around and then has been nothing but pure fire here during the game.
Kia Nurse is killing the game. I see you, Kia. She is just scoring the basketball. You better find her. Ty Harris attacking, knows where her shooter is. From behind the arc, it's good. And not just once, but Kia Nurse, I see you from deep. It's good.
Athletes Unlimited Pro Basketball is sponsored by the U.S. Air Force. There at Media Day, they does a nice job showcasing all the athletes here in women's pro basketball as we head towards the final stages of this one in what has been a dominant effort from Team Westbrook. 104-58, Kia Nurse. She didn't score at all in the third quarter. Picked up where she left off, however, in the fourth. She's got 23 to lead everyone. So Team Westbrook, Cheryl, they're shooting the ball so well, the scoreboard's having trouble keeping up. They got 104, Bell 58. So trying to see if there's a way that they can properly note all the points that Team Westbrook has piled up here.
Listen, I know. I think the scoreboard's even saying, I need y'all to cool down a little bit.
You had that problem in a couple of your games, right? They just couldn't tally all your points?
Yeah, several times. Greg, you're so good for me. But I know I've played a lot of games. I don't know if I've seen just a team overall shoot the ball as well as Team Westbrook is shooting it after only one practice.
That's the impressive thing, because it's just been one practice. They were just drafted. They're just coming together. If you're Team Bell, I know it's been a disappointing night. Do you almost just look at this and say, this is just kind of strange. What are the chances someone would do this to us again? Let's try and shake it off and move to the next one.
Well, you do and you don't. Because again, for me, yes, Team Westbrook is shooting the ball well, but for Team Bell, defensively, you have to have some pride in what you're doing on the defensive end and say, you're not going to make another three, not on my watch, and force them to do something different.
Jude Schimmel coming on for Team Bell, off the mark there on the three, and now Harris fading on the baseline. We're halfway through this fourth quarter. Williams, little hezzy and go.
Oh, that's nice, Kristen. I know she didn't make it, but that's nice.
Nurse backdoor Harris and one.
That's just basketball. Again, I know I keep saying it. Yes, they had one practice, but that is just simple basketball. You fake one way. Kia Nurse, Ty Harris, great eye contact, nice backdoor, easy deuce, and a foul.
Fundamental stuff. It works at every level. And Harris able to convert. So now 106-58, 18-9 here in the fourth. So again, Team Westbrook is well on their way to the fourth quarter win, the overall victory, as they have just continued to stay hot and keep the tempo and the energy up. And speaking of tempo, energy, we welcome in Crystal Bradford from Team Westbrook. Crystal, you have just been fired up from the jump. Tell us about your excitement to be here playing AU hoops.
Hey you guys. Yes.
Hi, CB.
I'm very excited to be here. I was picked in the orange team this first week, Westbrook's team, and she is the type of person that let people be themselves. So everybody just out here bringing energy, whether it's vocal energy, quiet energy, you know, that we're just bringing it.
Listen, I said this. I love your energy. I love your excitement. I just love the way you play. I love how hard you play. You all are just shooting the lights out. And Kia told us you only had one practice.
Yeah.
What's the key to shooting the ball the way you all are shooting it tonight?
That's a great question. I think everybody just came ready. We had a shoot around earlier where we spent about 20 minutes focusing on the plays, focusing on defense. And then Westbrook, our captain, just gave us the green light to if we ready to whatever we needed. And I know a lot of girls got extra shots up. Obviously, Kia. All right, obviously. And she came out here and shot about 5 or 4 threes the first quarter. So we figured she'll stay hot because she's a pro, she's a vet, and that's what vets do.
And I mean, all of y'all are knocking it down. So real quick, I wouldn't normally do this. I'm doing it for a reason, okay? So your line right now, you have 7 rebounds, 14 points, 4 assists, 5 steals. Like a heck of a stat line. But you told me you were going to do something.
I know.
And what was it? So I'm waiting on it.
Should I say what it is, or are we going to keep the secret, and then when I do it, we just going to wink at each other?
Are you just going to wink? No, tell the people.
So I'm getting ready to dunk, y'all. I've already dunked in practice, so my baby toe hurt right now. That's why I ain't really jump. But as soon as it heal up, I'm jumping off that baby toe, okay?
Your baby toe on your right foot or your left foot?
It's the right foot, okay? That's a good question. It is the right foot. Pedicure on the way.
But now you've made a couple of shots, and you start jumping back down court like you know they're going to go in. How do you describe that feeling?
I couldn't feel my toe anymore after you make that shot. That's what happened. I couldn't feel it. No, I'm just excited for my team. This is a really unselfish team. I know you mentioned us having one practice, but we've been communicating, whether we see each other in the apartments, we see each other in the locker room. We've just been talking about what we're going to do, and we came out and did it. The unselfishness is always great for basketball, especially professional basketball. Nobody want to watch just one player hoop.
Absolutely.
So we all have balanced out from scoring to rebounding to steals. It's not just me, so credit to my entire team for all playing. I know y'all see E on that help side, and it's time for me to go.
Well, I have one more question for you before you go. So we're in Nashville, and I know the players, you all have been here for a couple of weeks.
Right.
What's the city, and how has the city of Nashville been? How has the community been? And how excited are you to be playing here in Nashville?
So I'm from Detroit. I just came from Detroit. Before that, I was in China. Let's talk about a lot of snow, a lot of ice. So the weather alone has been fantastic. The food is good. I already heard the food was going to be good, but just the atmosphere I was surprised about in Nashville. I like the atmosphere. This gym is nice as well. So seriously, no complaints. And when it comes to AU, they've just been fully thoughtful from everything we need. I walked in the shoot around. They had just like a pack of ponytail holders, you know, just things like that.
No, little
for
things
women's
that matter,
basketball.
right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And basketball and everything. So thank you guys.
Good stuff, Crystal.
Thank you,
Thanks
Crystal.
for stopping by.
Of course. Thank you.
Crystal Bradford. Team Westbrook killing it on the court, in the chair chats. They're doing everything tonight.
I know. They're just killing the game tonight. All over, all around.
(106-61). Westbrook leading here in the fourth in front, 18-12. And you look at the box score, Sean, they're spreading it around.
I mean, we talked about it at halftime. Again, Ty Harris taking care of business. Elizabeth Williams, she's the vet on this team. And Kia Nurse, we know Kia Nurse has the hot hand, but every single player on Team Westbrook has gotten in on the action. When you have 1, 2, 3, 4 players in double figures and sharing the basketball like that, 29 assists. Like, that is a great night for basketball.
Kick out for Bell. That doesn't work. They've also made the most when we talk about turnovers. They have 15 points off turnovers. Just the stat sheet, again, in a game 106-61, you won't be surprised to learn most every number favors Team Westbrook.
Absolutely.
But they've really made the most of all these key categories. Williams on the leak out and able to hit.
Yeah, that 29 assists really stands out to me. And even Crystal Bradford said it, like, no one wants to just really watch one player dominate the entire game. And that's why that number really stands out to me, because it shows how well they're sharing the basketball.
Sherrod there on the drive. She's fouled. Would you like a chance to win a basketball autographed by all our AU Pro basketball athletes? Now is your chance. Go to auprosports.com/enter to sign up to win. Jalen Sherrod, WNBA champ with the Liberty.
How about that as a rookie?
Not a bad way to start. Good on the first.
You know, you talk about Jalen Sherrod, and for anyone listening, we all have a plan of what we want to do, and especially when it comes to playing professional basketball, right? Jalen Sherrod, she goes to the Liberty, she gets cut, they call her back, and I just love the fact how she stayed ready for her opportunity and her moment.
As Bell on the other end, the N1 free throws coming, and for Sherrod, staying ready, waited to pay off.
Absolutely.
Part of that championship team.
Yeah, and Kirsten Bell, I know they're probably saying there's not a lot of good things we've done, but even though there's only 2.5 minutes left, if Team Bell can find a way to start knocking down some shots, getting some stops defensively, because at this point, yes, you're trying to still win this quarter, but you're also looking past this game saying we got to get ready for Friday and Saturday.
I was about to tell you that Team Bell is within 3, and then Bradford just powers her way to the basket and won.
Crystal Bradford said, you too little, move. That was nice.
They got her out of the snow and ice. She's heating up to the free throw line now.
I was going to say, she must not have been in Nashville when they had snow.
Yeah. Coming up on 2 minutes to play here in the fourth. The takeaway now, Sherrod. Numbers here for Westbrook. The give. Oh, fancy Williams and one.
I like it. I like it. I am here for it. Crystal Bradford, I see you. Jalen Sherrod finding Crystal Bradford, who said, I see you, Vet. Nice pass. Great ball movement.
And that's the team basketball that Crystal Bradford was talking about. Yes, there's individual points. We do crown a champion. The best path there to play good team basketball.
Listen, it's nice to watch a game when they're, because individual players are going to do their thing, but when you have a team where they're moving the basketball, everybody's touching it, everybody's contributing, to me, that's fun basketball to watch.
Bell able to turn the corner. She's got 13 now, and now the takeaway. Williams steps into a 3 and drills it.
Good shot. Nice shot.
Again, the overall game out of reach here, but an important opportunity for Bell. With 2 more games this week to try and get in sync. They'll try and build off some things from this fourth quarter. Turnover, out to Fair. Everything but bottoms on that attempt from De'Asia Fair.
And if I'm Team Bell, so you're looking, trying to figure out what are some positives you can take away from this game. And a lot of these shots that they've gotten in this game, they've done everything but go in. So you would like to think that the next game on Friday, Saturday, that a lot of those shots will start falling.
And if you're Team Westbrook, you hope you can keep this up. Schimmel. Shot clock to 3. Running out of time. Fair at the horn. Back rim. Just about 1 minute left. Don't forget, more to come. 8:30 Eastern. Team Harrison, Team Colson. We close out night 1 here. Season 4 AU Pro Hoops. Shot clock to 4. Sherrod. Bell gets it away at the buzzer. And a shot clock violation, did not hit the rim. She was looking for a foul call, some contact there, but no call.
I was too.
Yes, you were, yeah.
I was like, okay, maybe not.
That's it's 112 to 69. We're going to play on.
I agree. I didn't say that, but I do agree.
39 seconds to go, and a timeout is called. So Team Harrison, Team Colson up next. What do you like about those two veterans squaring off?
Well, when I look at these two teams, right, you talk about vets on both teams. What I'm really looking forward to in this next matchup is you have a vet in Izzy, who's a captain, and a vet in Sid, who's a captain. We know what they're going to bring, but the energy, we're back in Nashville. You got Izzy, you have Dory, you have Alicia Clark, who played at Middle Tennessee State. The fans are here. More fans are coming. I'm just excited to see what these two veteran-led squads are going to bring.
So that one coming up in a little under an hour here. So 39 seconds left in this game. 24-20 the lead for Team Westbrook. So similar story to the end of the third. Could Team Bell find a way to close that gap and try and get some quarter points? The overall outcome long decided. 180 points headed the way of Team Westbrook as they lead 112 to 69 overall.
Well, and when you look at the leaderboard, Greg, that's why the quarter points are so important, because when you look at the current leaderboard, the top 10 players are all from Team Westbrook. And that's because they've won 3 quarters in addition to their stat points that they've gotten throughout the game.
Yeah, so you have someone like Kristen Williams, who's representing Team Bell as the next person down, a long way off the lead here because of all those quarter point victories.
Yeah, because her individual game, if you look at what she's done, she has 23 points, 10 for 14. So her personal stat points are really good, but they haven't won a quarter, so she's not able to get those 60 points added to her total per quarter.
And once this game ends, the gap will only widen again with plus 180 going to everyone in orange. Here's Williams. The drive there, Bell, the follow. Bradford couldn't convert. Shot clock is off.
That was that pinky toe that didn't let her finish.
It was. Bell sets her feet, and she drills a triple. So within 1 now. 9 seconds left, and Team Bell fouling to see if they can try and get the basketball back.
Which is smart, because again, 23-24 this quarter. Team Bell right now, they're trying to find a way to win this quarter and get their 60 quarter points.
Bradford, 2 shots.
2 free throws coming here for Bradford. Foul one against Angel Jackson. So again, 24-23, Westbrook leads here in the fourth. Make it 25-23. And good on the second free throw. So make it 26-23. They put themselves in a great spot to get 60 more. Timeout called by Team Bell.
So if we're voting, which we don't, who are your 3 MVPs for this game?
You have to start with Kia Nurse. There's no doubt about that. I'd be very surprised if she doesn't get the nod.
Is she your
Bradford,
MVP one?
Her surge in that first half, to me, really took control of this game.
Yeah.
And then the energy from Bradford took it to that next level. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm going, maybe a little different for me because I'm looking at the entire stat line. I may go Crystal Bradford, MVP 1, Kia Nurse, MVP 2, and I might have to go with like Kristen Williams, MVP 3.
Show some love to Team Bell.
Yeah.
She's had a very nice night, 23 points, 10 of 14.
Or Ty Harris. My bad, because Ty Harris has had a really nice game. So they might all three come from Team
Bell
Westbrook.
falling out of bounds, throws it up. And not what they were looking for there, some frustration. As Jackson and Bell trying to connect there for a pass, and the ball out of bounds. They do say, though, last touch off of Westbrook, so one more look here for Team Bell.
Oh, good screen.
Here's Bell, steps into a triple at the horn, and can't get it to go. So close, but doesn't drop, and that's all in this one. Team Westbrook, a clean sweep. They take all 4 quarters, and they take the game 114-72. They get plus 60 for the fourth, another plus 180 for the game. What an effort here for Team Westbrook as they pile up the points. And they do it through a balanced diet on offense.
Yeah, it was definitely a balanced effort, but Kia Nurse led the charge, finishing with 23 points, and she was deadly from behind the arc, but also putting the ball on the deck, attacking. Nice pull-up, Jay, but where she did her damage was the hot hand behind the three. Kia Nurse, 6 for 10 from the three-point line.
And she's standing by now with Ari Chambers.
Kia, I know you want to get back to your team. Y'all are throwing hearts. The one thing about you all, you have such great energy. What about this team allows you to be your best self? You had 23 points, 6 of 10 from the three, 8 of 14 from the field. What about them makes you be the best version of you?
I mean, I think there's just a belief in one another. We've only had one practice together, but the way that we were flowing, the basketball IQ, the band sounds great. And just understanding how each and every one of us plays is really great, but like there's just a collective positive energy, and that always brings you up.
Yeah, absolutely, and this is a new energy for you because you have never played Athletes Unlimited where you have to switch teams every single week. What about this team in particular allowed y'all to synergize in that way?
I mean, I think we're all excited to be here. We're all here for a different opportunity, but we all have like different stories and come together as one to do one thing that we all love, which is play basketball.
Look, go to your team that loves you. They are literally yelling at you. Thanks, and back to you, Greg.
Thanks, Ari. Thanks, Kia Nurse. 23 points, 6 3 balls. All part of a wire-to-wire win for Team Westbrook. Opened up 11-0, never looked back. Once again, the final score, 114-72, Team Westbrook. Athletes Unlimited Pro Basketball continues tonight at 8:30 p.m. Eastern as Team Harrison faces Team Colson. Check out where to watch on the website, auprobasketball.com. For Sheriff Swoops, Ari Chambers, and our entire crew, I'm Greg Meskel. Thanks for watching.
Yeah.